My child, something happened last night, and you do not know about it yet. While you slept, I was moving. While the house grew quiet and your thoughts finally loosened their grip, my hand was at work in matters you could not see. I did not wake you because the work was mine to do. But I am telling you now, because you were never meant to walk on unaware. Listen closely, for what I say next is meant for you alone. You felt something pull at you just now, a quiet tug that made you pause. That pull was not random. It was my spirit reaching for yours, the same way I have reached for you many times before. On most days, the noise of life swallowed my call before it could land. Today you stopped. Today you are listening, and heaven takes notice when you listen. Last night there were plans forming around you that carried harm inside them. You never saw them. They wore ordinary faces and moved in ordinary ways, which is why they were dangerous. But I saw every detail, and I stepped in. I shifted what needed shifting. I closed what needed closing. I turned aside a path that would have cost you dearly, and I did it while you rested because I do not need your strength in order to protect you. Perhaps you felt restless in the night. Perhaps your heart raced without reason, or a heaviness settled over you that you could not name. That was not weakness, and it was not your imagination. Something was being contested in the unseen, and your name was at the center of it. I did not allow it to reach you. I stood between you and what was moving toward your life, and I stopped it before it arrived. I am telling you this for a reason. You have been asking me quietly for a sign. In the middle of your ordinary days, you have wondered whether I still see you, whether your prayers rise any higher than the ceiling, whether your path still matters to me. You have carried that question longer than you have admitted to anyone. Hear my answer now. I see you. I hear you. And last night I acted for you without being asked, because my care for you does not wait for your permission. Do not brush this moment aside. There's a real danger in walking away from what I am showing you, not because I would punish you, but because awareness changes everything. When you know that my hand is on your life, you walk differently. You choose differently. You stop bowing to fear as if it ruled you. But when you stay unaware, you keep wandering through your days as though you were alone, and you were never alone. Not for 1 hour of your life. I know what this past season has taken out of you. I know the weight you carry when you rise in the morning and the heavier weight you set down at night. You have held yourself together in front of others while quietly coming apart in private. You have answered, "I am fine," with a steady voice and an unsteady heart. My child, I was not fooled and I was not far. Every hidden struggle unfolded in front of my eyes. You were never intended to carry all of this by yourself. That was never my design for you. Yet somewhere along the way, you learned to trust your own grip more than my hands. You learned to expect little, so that disappointment could not find you. You learned to stay busy, so the deeper questions could not catch you. I have watched these habits form, and I have waited for the right moment to interrupt them. This is that moment. What happened last night was an interruption of my mercy. I broke a pattern that has been quietly steering your life. You have repeated certain cycles for years, trusting what looked familiar, returning to what felt known, even when it left you empty. I saw where that road was leading. I saw the version of your future that would have formed if nothing changed. And because I love you, I refused to let it stand. So I moved with force and with precision. Some things in your life are about to feel different, and I want you to understand why before the changes confuse you. Certain doors will not open again, no matter how you knock. Certain people will feel distant, though you cannot point to a single quarrel. Certain desires that once drove you will grow strangely quiet. None of this is loss. All of it is my hand clearing the ground for what I am building next. I am not asking you to understand everything tonight. I am asking you to stay with me through these words, because each truth I speak will build on the one before it. You are standing at a turning point, my beloved. One road continues the life you have been surviving. The other opens into the life I have been preparing. The difference between them is not effort. It is trust. Hear this clearly. I am not angry with you. I have not been keeping a record of your failures to read back to you. If distance grew between us, it was not because I withdrew. I have been speaking all along in the stillness before dawn, in the sudden ache of longing you could not explain, in the strange peace that found you on your hardest days. You are hearing me now because your heart is finally quiet enough to receive what I have wanted to say for a long time. So let these words settle deep. Last night was real. The protection was real. The battle you never saw was real, and so was the victory. You are waking up today inside a life that was defended while you slept. That truth alone should change the way you stand, the way you breathe, the way you face whatever this day brings. If your heart believes that I am speaking to you now, declare your amen. Now let me show you what I removed, so you will not mourn what was never meant to stay. There was a door in front of you that looked promising. From where you stood, it seemed like relief, like progress, like the answer you had waited for. But I could see behind it, and behind it was a slow draining of your peace. It would have taken from you quietly, month after month, and given back just enough to keep you from leaving. I shut that door, my child. Do not stand at it grieving. Thank me at it instead and walk on. There was also a person near you whose intentions were not what they appeared. Their words were warm. Their manner was kind. But I saw what moved beneath the surface, and it was not for your good. I began creating distance between you before their influence could sink roots into your soul. You may have already sensed the space growing and wondered what you did wrong. You did nothing wrong. That distance is mine. Do not chase it closed again. I know how this sounds to a heart that hates losing people. You replay conversations. You search your own words for the mistake. You wonder if one more attempt, one more apology, one more soft answer might restore what is fading. My beloved, some things fade because I am letting them fade. Not everyone who started this journey beside you is able to walk where I am taking you. Some knew the person you were and quietly need you to stay that person. I will not let your future be held prisoner by their comfort. And those delays that have frustrated you, the ones that made you feel forgotten or passed over, look at them again with new eyes. Every one of them was placed with care. You thought the slow seasons meant I had stopped working. In truth, I was working most in the seasons that looked most still. Arrivals have their appointed hours. If I had let you move when you wanted to move, you would have arrived before the way was safe. The timing you fought against was the very thing shielding you. There is a hard word I must speak now, and I speak it in love. What I removed last night must not be invited back. Some of what I take away will attempt to return, wearing new promises, speaking softer words, appearing at exactly the moment you feel lonely or tired. It will look changed. It rarely is. When it comes knocking, remember this hour. Remember that I closed that door with my own hand, and I do not close doors carelessly. You must also release what you have been holding against others. I see the resentment you keep in a back room of your heart, tended quietly, visited when old wounds ache. You believe it protects you. It does not protect you. It binds you to the very moments that hurt you, and it keeps a portion of your strength locked in the past where it can do no good. Bring it to me. You do not have to pretend the wound never happened. You only have to stop carrying the one who caused it on your back. Release your grip on control as well. You have tried to manage every outcome, to plan against every possible sorrow, to hold your world together with watchfulness and worry. I understand why. Life taught you early that if you did not hold things, they fell. But my child, you were holding what I never asked you to hold. Security does not come from your grip. It comes from my faithfulness. Loosen your hands and you will find they are finally free to receive. Consider what I am telling you about this new season. What is truly from me will not confuse you. It will not drain you dry and call it love. It will not make you beg for scraps of peace. When I bring something into your life, it comes with a settled quality, a rightness you can feel without forcing. That is how you will tell my provision apart from the counterfeits. The counterfeit demands your anxiety. My provision asks only for your trust. In the coming days, watch how things begin to shift. The conversation will land differently than it would have a month ago. A worry that circled your mind for years will simply lose its voice. An old temptation will look strangely small, like a giant seen from a distance. These are not accidents. These are the visible edges of the unseen work I completed last night, surfacing one by one into your days. Watch, too, how you begin to see people clearly. I am sharpening your discernment, not to make you suspicious, but to make you wise. You will notice who celebrates your growth and who merely tolerates it. You will feel the difference between those who pour into you and those who only draw from you. Do not use this clarity as a weapon. Use it as a map. Let it show you where to invest your heart and where to guard it. None of this requires you to confront anyone or to announce anything. The changes I make do not need your defense. Stay quiet, stay steady, and let what I am doing unfold at its own pace. Your task is not to manage this transition. Your task is to trust the one who authored it. I have never yet begun a work in you that I failed to finish, and I will not begin now. So stand at the edge of this new season without looking backward. What lies behind you had its time. Some of it taught you. Some of it wounded you. All of it has now released you, whether it meant to or not. The road ahead is cleaner than the road behind because I have swept it myself. Walk it without dragging the past behind you like a chain. If you trust my hand over what stays and what goes, let your amen rise now. Now I must speak to you about the divided place where you have been living. Part of you leans toward me. Part of you keeps one hand on the old life just in case. You pray, but you also hedge. You believe, but you also brace for disappointment. My child, I have honored your freedom through every season of this wavering, but I will not pretend it costs you nothing. A divided heart receives a divided portion. There are blessings assigned to your name that have waited, not because I withheld them, but because they require both of your hands, and one of yours has been full. I am not asking for a corner of your life. I am asking for the whole of it. Not because I hunger for control, but because halfway surrender produces halfway peace. And I want you whole. Think of what you have gained from the things you trusted instead of me. The busyness gave you no rest. The approval of others fed you for an evening and left you hungry by morning. The careful plans could not hold back a single storm. You have tested every other refuge. I am the only one that has never fallen. Full commitment is not a feeling. It is a decision made in an ordinary moment that turns every moment after it. It sounds like this. Whatever you ask, my answer is yes before I hear the question. It looks like obeying the quiet prompting even when it costs you comfort. It looks like bringing me the first of your attention, the first of your trust, the first of what your hands have earned, instead of whatever remains at the end. And here is where I will test the soil of your heart, not with words, but with an act. My child, I am asking you to place a portion of what you have, something of real weight, upon the altar of this work, as gold laid on the scales of this calling. Let it be a seed sown into deep water, an offering set on stone, not held back in fear. This is proof that your trust rests in my hand to provide, and that your heart no longer clings to lack. What you release in faith does not leave your life. It moves ahead of you, into the harvest I am preparing. Understand what has always been true about an altar. It was never a place of loss. It was a meeting place, the ground where trust became visible. When my servant Abraham climbed the mountain with his son, he was not proving his love to me with words. He laid the dearest thing he had on the stones, and in that moment of open hands, he discovered that I myself would provide. The provision was already waiting on the mountain. It always is. But it is only ever found by those who climb. I have watched fear counsel you about your provision for years. Fear tells you to hold everything tightly, to measure what is left, to treat every act of generosity as a threat to your survival. Fear does its arithmetic and always arrives at the same answer. Not yet, not now, not this much. But fear has never once fed you, my child. I have fed you. Through every lean season you have ever survived, the bread kept arriving, the way kept opening, and you are still here. That was not luck. That was me. The widow at Zarephath had a handful of flour and a little oil and a famine at her door. When my prophet asked her to make him bread first, everything sensible in her said no. She gave anyway from the very bottom of her lack, and from that day the flour did not run out and the oil did not run dry. I did not multiply what she kept. I multiplied what she released. This is a law of my kingdom that the fearful never discover. The seed held in the hand stays a seed forever. Only the seed that leaves the hand becomes a field. So examine what you are still gripping and ask yourself an honest question. Is it provision, or has it quietly become a substitute for me? Whatever you cannot release has begun to rule you. I do not want your resources nearly as much as I want your freedom, and this is the narrow door to it. When your hands learn to open, your whole life learns to open. Trust moves from being a word you say to a weight you have actually placed somewhere. After the releasing comes the receiving, and I want you to receive without guilt. You have sometimes treated your own hopes as if they were greedy, as if wanting a full life offended me. It does not offend me. I planted those hopes. The harvest I am preparing for you is not a bare survival. It is enough and then more than enough, so that your life becomes a channel and not a container. I bless you to make you a blessing. That has been the pattern since I first called Abraham out of his father's land. But hear me carefully. Do not give in order to bargain with me. I am not a merchant, and heaven is not a marketplace. Give because you have decided fear will no longer sit in the counting room of your life. Give because you have finally believed that I am your source, and every other stream flows from that one river. The act matters because of what it breaks and what it declares, not because I need what is in your hand. The whole earth is already mine. What I am after, and what I have always been after, is your heart, resting at last in my faithfulness. This is the commitment I am drawing you into, complete and unhedged. Not a season of trying harder, but a life with both hands finally free. Everything I still intend to tell you tonight rests on this foundation, so let it settle in you before we go on. The one who asks for your whole trust is the same one who defended you in the dark last night while you slept. I have already shown you what my faithfulness looks like. Now I am inviting you to answer it with yours. There is something I have wanted to say to you for a long time, and it concerns the battles no one ever saw. Others looked at your steady face and assumed your life was easy. They saw you show up, keep your word, carry your load, and they never guessed what it cost. But I watched the hours behind the hours. I watched you lie awake doing quiet arithmetic with worries. I watched you gather yourself in small rooms before walking out to be strong for everyone else. None of it escaped me. Not one hidden hour. Heaven keeps a different ledger than earth keeps. Earth records the visible, titles, victories, applause. Heaven records the concessions no one thanked you for, the honest choice made when a dishonest one would have been easier, the forgiveness you extended before it was ever requested. By earth's ledger you may feel unremarkable. By mine you have been quietly faithful in ways that many celebrated people never were. I measure by the heart, and your heart has carried more weight with less complaint than you give it credit for. You held your ground when leaving would have been simple. You kept your principles when bending them would have paid better. You stayed kind in seasons that gave you every excuse to turn hard. Do you understand what that kind of endurance does in the unseen realm? Quiet, steady trust is not a small force. It unsettles darkness more than loud declarations ever could. The shadows do not fear noise, my child. They fear a soul that keeps believing in the dark. Think of iron in the forge. The smith does not hate the metal when he holds it in the fire. He is not punishing it. He is driving out the brittleness, the impurities, everything that would make the blade snap under pressure on the day it matters. Then comes the hammer, blow after blow, each one placed with intention. To the iron it must feel like ruin. To the smith it is the making. You have been in that fire and you have felt those blows, and I will tell you what the smith could tell you. Nothing about this process has been careless. You are being made fit for use. The trials you walked through were never a verdict on your worth. Do not read your hardships as evidence that you are cursed or overlooked. Read them honestly. Some came from a broken world, some from the choices of others, some from the adversary's schemes against a life that threatens him. But mark this, all of them passed through my hands first, and everything permitted was measured. You were never given more than could be redeemed. And every ounce of it is being turned, even now, toward your strength and your usefulness. That is why the opposition against you grew loudest right before this hour. Have you noticed? The confusion thickened, the setbacks clustered together, the discouragement pressed in from every side at once. Darkness does not waste its effort on empty ground, my child. No one ambushes a wagon that carries nothing. The intensity of the resistance is itself a testimony to the weight of what you carry. The adversary is not fighting your past. He has read the direction of your path and it frightens him. So let me reframe the struggle you are in. The pressure you feel is not the sign of a closed heaven. It is the tremor that comes just before ground breaks open. When resistance rises to its loudest, it is almost always because a hold is slipping. Something that has claimed territory in your life senses its lease has ended. Its noise is not power, it is protest. The truly powerful do not need to shout, and I, who hold every outcome, am speaking to you in a calm and steady voice. And now the word I most want to leave in you. Stop trying to prove yourself. You have spent years auditioning for love that should have been given freely. You learned to earn your place, to justify your presence, to be useful enough that no one would leave. Set that burden down. Your worth was settled when I formed you, and No performance can add to it, and no failure can subtract from it. The people who require you to perform were never offering love. They were offering a wage. I kept some of your best work hidden from human eyes on purpose. You wondered why your faithfulness went unnoticed, why others were praised for less than you quietly did. Here is why. I would not let your soul learn to feed on applause. Recognition that comes too early makes a person hollow. They spend their lives chasing the sound of it. I was building in you something sturdier, a faithfulness that holds even when no one is looking, because that is the only kind that holds at all. You are stronger now than you have ever been, though you feel wearier than you have ever felt. Do not confuse tiredness with weakness. The soldier limping home from a won battle is tired. He is not weak. He is proven. Your weariness is the honest cost of battles that were real, and it will be restored to you. What was forged in you through all of it, the endurance, the discernment, the humility, the depth, that will not be taken from you. It is yours now, tempered and permanent. So lift your head, my precious child, not in pride, but in recognition of what has actually happened here. You went into the fire as one kind of person, and you are emerging as another. The next season will not require you to become someone new. It will simply give the person you have already become a place to stand. The making is nearly complete. What follows the forge is not more fire. What follows the forge is purpose. Now I must lift your eyes beyond your own doorstep, because the days ahead concern more than your private world. A season of shaking is approaching, and I want you prepared, not alarmed. Much that people have leaned on will prove unable to bear weight. Arrangements that seem permanent will bend. Certainties that were never true. Certainties will come apart at the seams. Many will be caught off guard, grasping for handholds that crumble as they touch them. But you, my child, are being told in advance, and that changes what this season will mean for you. Understand why shaking comes. It is not cruelty, and it is not chaos escaping my grip. When I shake what can be shaken, it is so that what cannot be shaken will finally stand out plainly. People discover what their lives are actually resting on only when the ground moves. Some will find painfully that they built on sand, but those who built on rock will find something unexpected in the trembling. Their footing holds. The storm that exposes one foundation confirms the other. I intend for you to be among the confirmed. Your steadiness will not come from predicting events. It will come from nearness to me. This is the heart of everything I am asking of you in the coming days. Stay close. Not close in the way of an occasional visit, but close in the way of a shared table, a daily walk, a conversation that never fully ends. Speak with me in the morning before the day makes its demands. Return to me in the evening with what the day left behind. Elaborate words are unnecessary. Come as a child comes to a father, plainly and often. When you live near to me like this, something forms in you that the world cannot manufacture, an inner quiet that does not depend on outer calm. While others are troubled, you will find your thoughts strangely composed. While others rush from one loud answer to the next, you will feel an unhurried knowing about which way to step. This is not because you are cleverer than they are. It is because you are listening to a voice that sees the whole road, while they navigate by the few feet in front of them. And I will guide you through this season in simple, practical ways. There will be moments when I prompt you to act quickly, and hesitation would cost you. This is why I have been sharpening your hearing. There will be moments when I hold you still while everything urges you to run, and your stillness will save you. Learn now, in the small things, to move when I say move and wait when I say wait. The one who obeys in quiet seasons does not have to guess in loud ones. Watch also for my confirmations along the way. When you are walking rightly, I will leave signs for you, not spectacles, but quiet alignments. A word arriving at the exact hour you need it. A stranger's sentence answering the very question you asked me in private. A provision appearing just as its need appears. Not sooner, not later. Collect these moments and remember them, because they will steady you in stretches where the path goes dark and you must walk by what you have seen before. Let me also caution you about voices in a shaking season. When ground trembles, prophets multiply, and not all of them carry my words. Fear will preach with great confidence. Panic will dress itself as wisdom. You will hear urgent voices insisting that all is lost and clever voices selling shortcuts out of the storm. Test every voice by its fruit. My voice steadies, it never stampedes. My voice convicts, but it never condemns. Anything that drives you by terror is not from me, no matter whose mouth it borrows. Guard your peace as a soldier guards a gate, because in the coming days, peace will be the scarcest treasure in circulation, and everything will try to tax it. Not every burden that asks for your shoulders should be lifted. Not every quarrel that invites you deserves your presence. Not every alarm that sounds requires your fear. You are permitted to be untroubled in a troubled hour. This is not indifference to the world. It is trust in the one who holds it. And do not fear for those you love. I know they travel with you in every prayer, that half your worry has their names on it. Hear me, my reach does not end at the borders of your influence. The same eye that watched over you last night watches over them tonight. Pray for them, love them. Speak truth to them when the door opens, and then entrust them to hands stronger than yours. Your worry adds nothing to their protection. Your prayers add much. There is a role for you in this season beyond your own survival. When the shaking comes, steady people become shelters. Your composure will be a place where the frightened catch their breath. Your quiet certainty will raise questions in others that only truth can answer. You do not need to argue anyone into believing. You need only to stand visibly unshaken and be ready to say, when they ask you how, that you are held by a hand they cannot yet see. This is why the preparation had to come first, all of it. The fire and the pruning and the long silences you misread as absence. Shelters must be built before storms, not during them. Everything I have worked into you was measured against the weather I could see coming. You are not entering this season fragile, my beloved. You are entering it fitted, tested, and accompanied. Whatever the days ahead hold, they will find you standing, because the one who holds you does not let go. If you believe I will keep you steady through every shaking, speak your amen aloud. Let me tell you now what I am restoring, because removal was only half of last night's work. While I was clearing harmful things from your path, I was also reaching into the quiet places of your heart, where certain lights had gone dim. Chief among them was hope. Somewhere along the years, your hope learned to keep its voice down. It had been disappointed enough times that it stopped announcing itself, stopped expecting, stopped asking. You called this realism. I called it a wound. And last night I began to mend it. You will feel this mending before you can explain it. In the coming days, a strange optimism will surface at odd moments, and you will almost argue with it out of habit. Do not argue with it. That rising feeling is not naivety returning. It is hope, healed, and walking again. Let it speak at full voice. A soul that expects nothing receives little, not because I am stingy, but because closed hands and closed hearts cannot take hold of what is offered. I am reopening yours. I am also restoring your energy. Much of your tiredness was never about the hours you kept. It came from carrying silent loads, managing others' opinions, bracing against possibilities, feeding connections that only ever consumed. Now that I have cut several of those hidden drains, you will notice strength returning that no rest had been able to give you. Things that once exhausted you will simply cost less. That surplus is not an accident. I am returning your strength to you so you can spend it on what actually matters. Your thoughts will change as well. For years, your mind has run like a house with too many doors open, every wind blowing through at once. I am closing doors. You will notice worries that circled for years beginning to fall quiet, not because their subjects vanished, but because their power did. In the new stillness, you will hear yourself think clearly, perhaps for the first time in a long while. Ideas will come to you with unusual completeness. Decisions that once took you weeks of agonizing will resolve in days, then in hours. This is what an untangled mind feels like. It is part of your inheritance, and I am handing it back. With the clearing comes a new opportunity, and I want you to recognize it when it arrives. It will not announce itself with noise. It will likely look modest at first, even ordinary, the way great things in my kingdom usually begin. A mustard seed does not look like a tree, but you will know it by its atmosphere. It will bring a settled sense of rightness rather than a fever of urgency. It will fit who you have become, not who you used to be. And it will ask for your faithfulness, not your frenzy. Here is the rule of discernment I want you to carry from this hour forward, because it will serve you for the rest of your life. What comes from my hand brings peace, even when it brings challenge. What comes from elsewhere brings agitation, even when it brings pleasure. My assignments may stretch you, but they will not fracture you. My doors may require courage, but they will never require you to abandon your conscience, silence your discernment, or become someone you are ashamed of. When you stand before any choice, consult the peace. It knows the way home. Do not be troubled if this opportunity ripens slowly. I build to last, and lasting things are not rushed. You have seen what becomes of sudden towers raised on shallow ground. That is not what I am building with your life. Every stage will come at its proper hour, and each stage will prepare you for the next. Your part is neither to push nor to drag your feet, but to keep pace with me. Walk when I walk, rest when I rest. The journey itself will teach you the rhythm. You will also find yourself wanting different things, and this may be the strangest change of all. Ambitions that once burned in you will cool, and you will wonder where they went. Simple things you once overlooked. Quiet mornings, honest work, unhurried conversation, true fellowship, will begin to shine with unexpected weight. Do not mourn the old desires. They belong to a person who was trying to fill an emptiness I have now begun to fill myself. When the soul is fed at its true source, its appetites come back into order. Others will notice the change in you before you notice it yourself. Some will be drawn to it and ask you what has happened, and those questions will be open doors. Others may grow uneasy around you because your peace disturbs their restlessness, and your freedom accuses their chains, though you say nothing at all. Do not soften yourself to comfort them. Do not perform your old self out of politeness. Let the change stand. It is not yours to apologize for. It is mine, and I put it there deliberately. And when the enemy attempts his old tricks, and he will attempt them, you will find his tools strangely blunted. The accusations that once pinned you to the floor will sound thin. The fears that once herded you like a shepherd will bark without teeth. He has not changed, my child. You have. A lie only rules where it is believed, and you are coming to believe truer things. Each day you walk with me, the old lies lose another finger of their grip. Receive all of this, the mended hope, the returning strength, the quieted mind, the reordered desires, as evidence of a single truth. I am not merely rescuing you from something. I am readying you for something. Rescue looks backward at the danger escaped. Readiness looks forward at the purpose approaching. Last night contained both. The harm was turned aside and the preparation was completed. In the same dark hours, by the same faithful hand. You are not simply safe, my beloved. You are appointed. And what you have been prepared for is nearer than you think. And now, my child, we arrive at the reason for all of it. The protection was not the point. The pruning was not the point. Even the restoration, sweet as it will be, was not the point. All of it was preparation for a purpose, and the purpose is this. Your life is meant to carry my light into places my name is rarely spoken. Not from some high seat of importance, but from the ground of your ordinary days. In the kitchen and the workplace, in the difficult conversation and the small act of unreasonable kindness, you are to be evidence that I am real. Do not shrink from that calling because you feel unqualified. I have never once chosen the qualified. I chose a stammering shepherd to confront a king. I chose a frightened farmer threshing wheat in a hidden place and called him a mighty warrior before he had won anything. I chose fishermen, tax collectors, and a persecutor on a dusty road. The pattern has never changed. I do not call the equipped. I equip the called. Your sense of insufficiency is not a barrier to my plan. It is nearly a prerequisite because the one who knows he is insufficient leans, and the one who leans is the one I can carry far. You belong to a scattered company, my faithful remnant. Souls in every land who have kept a living fire when the times blew cold. Most of them look as ordinary as you do. They are not famous. They hold no titles worth mentioning. But heaven knows each of them by name, and heaven knows you. In the season ahead, I will begin weaving some of these lives into yours. You will recognize them the way embers recognize each other, by warmth rather than by words. When you find them, hold to them. A lone coal cools quickly. Coals gathered keep a fire through the night. And to the ones already woven into your life, the ones you carry in prayer and lie awake loving, be to them what I have been to you this night. Not a preacher, a presence. When they stumble, be the hand that steadies without lecturing. When they doubt, be patient the way I was patient with your doubting. Some of them will find their way to me not through any argument, but through the unexplainable steadiness of your love. Let your life do the speaking. It is more persuasive than you know. I want to leave you with instructions simple enough to keep. Begin each day with me before you begin it with the world. Even a few unhurried moments will change the tone of everything that follows. Bring me your decisions while they are still small, before they harden into crossroads. Keep short accounts, forgive quickly, ask forgiveness quickly, and let no bitterness spend a second night under your roof. Speak truth even when your voice shakes. And when you fall, and you will fall, do not waste a single day hiding from me in shame. Come home immediately. My door has no lock on it, and it never did. Remember also what I have shown you about the hours you cannot see. You now know something most people live without knowing, that the dark is not empty. It holds a watcher, and the watcher is for you. Every night of your life from this night forward, you may lie down inside that knowledge. The one who neither slumbers nor sleeps keeps the watch, and no scheme formed in shadow prospers against a life hidden in my hand. Let that truth be the bed beneath your rest. There will still be hard days. I will not pretend otherwise, for I do not traffic in false comforts. You will meet losses that make no sense from where you stand, delays that test the patience I have grown in you, and hours when the old whisper returns to say that none of this was real. On those days, come back to these words. Remember the night I told you what happened while you slept. A thing does not stop being true because a cloud passes in front of it. The sun is not extinguished by weather, and my faithfulness is not canceled by your difficult seasons. Watch for me in the small hours and the small things, for that is where I most often move. A burden lifting without ceremony, the right word arriving through an unlikely mouth, a closed situation quietly unlocking after years. When these things happen, do not call them coincidence. Call them by their name, faithfulness, and tell someone. Testimony is how one rescued life becomes the rescue of another. Your story, told plainly, will unlock doors in hearts that sermons never opened. Soon, certain moments will come when my nearness feels almost physical, a warmth behind the ordinary surface of things. Those moments are not your imagination. They are my answer to the trust you are choosing today. But do not build your faith on feelings, for feelings keep no promises and change with the weather. Build on what I have said, and let the sweet moments be encouragements along the road, rather than the road itself. The just do not live by sensations. They live by faith. Now take your first step into this new season, and take it without looking over your shoulder. The old accusations have lost their case. The old patterns have lost their author. The old fears have lost their audience. You walk out of this hour lighter than you walked in, and the lightness is not a mood. It is an actual removal of actual weight, performed by actual hands. What I take away, no one can strap to your back again unless you stoop to help them. I set before you then everything this night has held. Protection you did not have to earn. Pruning you did not understand. A call to trust with both hands open. Strength forged in hidden fire. Steadiness for shaking days. Hope mended at its root. And a purpose fitted to your frame. This is not the end of what I will say to you. It is the beginning of a long conversation that will run like a river under the rest of your life. Return to the quiet often, and you will find me there, never hurried, never absent, never done with you. One more thing before you go. When you cannot feel me, choose to remember this hour, for memory is the anchor of faith. What I did once, I will do again, and what I have spoken tonight, I will keep. You came to these words carrying a question you could barely name, and I answer it now as plainly as it can be answered. Yes, you are seen. Yes, you are kept. Yes, there is a hand on your life that has never once trembled, and it is holding you at this very moment. Go now into this day, and the next, and the one after that, as one who slept through a battle and woke inside a victory. My peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, fleeting and fragile, but as I give, whole and forever. If you receive this word and choose to walk with me, seal it now with your amen.
We run on viewer support only. For exclusive member-only content, scan the QR or see the pinned comment. God bless you.